Yo, today we have a Philly legend in the building. He goes by the name of Black Dinero. What's going on, brother? How you feeling?
What's up? Feeling good. Blessed.
Blessed. That's what's up, man. We just did this High Off Life freestyle. The bars was crazy, man. You had to write that just a few days ago, right?
I had to write some of it. I mixed it, I put it all together.
For sure. That's how it is, though.
I gumboed it.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of Philly rappers are just always prepared with a verse, 100 bars, 300 bars on deck at any given time, man. So that doesn't surprise me that you already had something, darts, you know what I'm saying, in the bag and something new, man.
You know what's so crazy? The more you write, though, so many raps I got, you don't even know what to pull out of the archive. You'll start saying one joint and some other shit will be coming from another rap because it'd be so many throughout the years. It's so many. I work hard, so I bring out a lot of projects.
No doubt. It's in your DNA too, man. Let's start with that while we're talking about that, man. What's in the water out there in Philly that makes everybody so hungry, that's just telling their story, that's that prepared and just ready to go at somebody's neck, man? What's in the water out there? What is it?
I think it's the hunger, because I know everybody say where you come from is harder to make it, but from Philly, we are one of the toughest places to make it out of. Definitely, is because my personal opinion is because we don't have too many outlets. So we always have to come here to Atlanta, go to LA, go somewhere else. We don't have record labels there. We don't have, the people, the buildings and the offices there.
Right.
So you just have that. Before social media, we just had the streets.
Right.
We just had us. Now with the social media, you can stay there a little bit because you can easily get spotted off of building your own light.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But I think it's so much competition in Philadelphia because we are the land of the spitters. Like, it's not just like rap where people make songs other places that might not be like freestyle.
Right.
Ready for something like that. Like a great artist like Future. I don't know if he'd get on a fucking Southern Man, that beat, and then just spit like Meek would spit. When I'm at, I had to come around spitting with all those guys. I was rapping with, Beanie Siegel. We on Siegel Street. I'm rapping with Siegel, and I'm rapping with Gilly the Kid, and I'm rapping with fucking Reed Dollars and Meek Mills and Joey Jihads, and you never know when the cypher gonna start. We could be talking, somebody just throw a beat on this, all of us just in the building. We all going at it.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? And it makes you hungry because when you sitting there, I know the first time when I met Siegel, it was in like 99. And I just thought I was the shit running around Philly. Like, whoever wanted that shit can get it.
Yeah.
Until I bumped into him, until I bumped into Gilly. This was the hungry Gil.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, when I bumped into them two, it was a reality check at that point in my career. I'm like, I didn't even have a fucking career yet. I was just hot out there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn. I went home and I told my niggas in the hood, like, yo, it's this nigga named Siegel. That nigga crazy. They like, he better than you? I said, hell yeah. They couldn't believe it because they thought I was the hottest shit smoking. Yeah. They like, nah. So listening to stuff like that, at that time, and you had to go in the house and just, I didn't even know how to count bars at that time.
Yeah.
I just was flipping the page over. I'm writing 3 fucking pages because I'm like, when I see this nigga Siegel again, he gonna know. You feel what I'm saying? And he did. Like, when I seen him again, and I'm rapping out there, he like, oh shit.
Okay. And this was on Siegel Street again?
Yeah, this is
on
Siegel
Street.
So
it was, okay. All right.
I was South Philly was like my second home, so it was every day.
Yeah.
I'll pull up on his ass.
Yeah.
Because I knew a cypher was gonna start.
Okay. So how did that affect your narrative? You know what I'm saying? It was cats like watching like, oh, this kid, this cat is crazy.
Yeah, I was always,
right.
You know what? With me, I was always just in the streets heavy. So I was a dope boy. So I was rapping because I knew how. And then it was those people that was telling me, yo, you can really rap. And I was like, I was just rapping my day. Real rap. I'm not even lying. I would rap my day. I would get up and do what I did in a day, and I could make a rap about that shit, and they would love it because so many other people that was living the life I was living probably could relate. So they was on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was different. And then besides that, my younger parents, I was much older by the time the Reed Dollars and the Meek Mills and the Cassidys and all them, when they was coming up, they thought I was their age.
Okay.
So I was smoking shit around them niggas because I was a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was different. Then they was talking about me. You feel what I'm saying? So they just like everybody's like, yo, you can rap, bro. And then I never all the way took it serious until I came home from upstate in 2005. And then I was all over the place in Philly. All over the place.
And you got records with all these guys.
Everybody in Philly. Anybody in Philly, I got records with them. Oh, it's 3-4 people I don't have records with. But it could happen. P&B Rock, but that's my guy. I call him. He FaceTime my daughter on her, her little soft hops and all that shit. Me, Neef Buck. But I got Neef Buck in one of my movies. Neef Buck, Lil Uzi. But I see Uzi all the time too. Uzi, P&B Rock, and Neef Buck might be the only rappers that, not saying the only rap, but the only rappers I don't have that y'all would probably know.
Got it.
Songs with.
So let's talk about like the eras of Philly, and before we get into the movies and everything else that you got going on, because I'm very interested to know, like, you had that era of Philly, like after like Siegel hit the scene, and Jay brought Siegel on, and just shined a big spotlight, on Philly, and shortly after that, or maybe during that time, it was like the DVD era, and with everybody being hungry, I think Philly's probably, with New York compared to New York and LA is like. So many people share the same story, that they feel that, whether you rap or not. And so I think because of that, and also the DVD era, it made that life and that art accessible to a lot of people all around the country. What was it like with the DVD era, and how has that kind of changed now? And amongst all of that, it also, and if this narrative is incorrect, correct me if I'm wrong, like there's also that ideology that like cats just don't get along. So it's like if you have your own ecosystem and everybody is, people can't eat because of the DVDs and the era of like that, and people can eat. Why is it that in some cases people, don't get along in that? And do you think it could have been more prosperous if cats was getting along?
The first part of the question, the DVD era, that was a dope era. I was only on a few DVDs at that time.
All right.
But I was around. I was always behind the scene. I'm in a lot of places that you might not know. You be looking at it on YouTube or somewhere. I'm there.
Yeah.
But you didn't know. I was getting so much money, I didn't give a fuck. I didn't want to do the DVDs like that. I mean, I was hustling.
Yeah.
So I would come do them whenever, like, somebody like Big Star would pull up and just call me, and I would come do it. But everybody else was doing the DVDs. I was around, but I wasn't taking rap serious. I just knew how to rap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I would like that. So
but that was a positive effect on the city, though, right? Was that like more momentum from the spotlight from Siegel on Philly, and also like
hell yeah. When Siegel and them did that, it was like it would give people hunger, just like when anybody get on from your city. Right. When Meek did it, people got hungry.
Right.
We got a guy named Sim Santana coming up out there. Everybody sees somebody get on, they say, "Oh shit, I can do it." Everybody want to get back in their writing back. They don't just do it with rappers. They do it with producers. As soon as Jalil beat started popping, everybody want to make beats now and shit. Oh, I'm back in my beat bag. And then they probably quit 6 months from now until somebody else pop back out there like, oh shit, I can't do it. That's how it was with that. You know what I'm saying? With that DVD era when Siegel with them they had that shit on lock. The city showed them more love. I never seen nobody get more love than State Property, Siegel and State Property, except for Meek. Nobody had the city like them too.
Got you. So did that create a divide or anything amongst?
I think niggas, just a little bickering and backering. Everybody live together. Everybody brothers. I just think that it'd be frustration. I was a victim of it before too. It's frustration of trying to get to where you headed, right?
Right.
And you can do this for somebody and do that for somebody, and then somebody won't do this for you or do that for you, and you feel like it puts you in a position like this. I'm gonna use this analogy.
All right.
I'm the type that don't really like black on black violence. I never did, right? Even though I was the cause of a lot of the shit too, right? But when you do chill, it's like somebody forces you to protect yourself. If it makes sense. I'm gonna tie it all together.
All right.
I don't want to bother nobody, right? But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna let you bother me. So if I can avoid it, I'm gonna avoid it. But some people jump right off the jet, and then you got to do something to somebody that you don't want to do.
Right.
So it's like with rap, is like you feel like
There's always a threat level.
Yeah, it's like a threat level. It's like a threat level how I want to put it together. You know what I'm saying? It's like but like I said before internet, it was different. Now the internet made it worse. That's where the most people start not liking each other in Philly like that. You know what I'm saying? Because first of all, it's just egotistic competition for one.
All right.
Yeah, everybody got the competition. But when the internet came and then it's like, oh, you ain't posting my shit and he won't post mine and she won't post yours, or you said this and didn't say that. That's what makes everybody think that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Something not cool. But for the most part, everybody is generally okay. It's no real beef.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's no real beef with nobody. Everybody had their little bumps and bruises here and there. For the most part, I never really had too many bumps and bruises with everybody. I'm good with everybody.
For sure. Yeah. That's good to hear, man. That's good to know, man. So let's, you've been through the eras from the beginning. Got records with everybody, rap with everybody.
I come from a different era. Different era. Because you had to be known. I was known all over my city, but you had to be known all over your city from going around battling motherfuckers all around your city. You know what I mean? I was in the back cave when Gilly was bringing Wayne down there, and I had to rap with guys like Murder Mill and Raisi. These guys y'all might not have heard of, and my man Fu. He's crazy. Like Nickelback, Nicky Flowers. It was crazy, and you had to have a name where people really knew you. You had to be talking that shit. So I'm talking about talking that shit where you go home and hear something 3 weeks later and say, "Oh shit, I just noticed what he said." It wasn't ABC like it is today.
Yeah.
So
it's not just IG tag me, get at me. It's like you gotta come at me.
You had to be a monster out there.
Word up, respect. So let's talk about that transition from music to film. I know you got the movie Backfire on Netflix right now.
Right.
How did you even get into that? And yeah, let's start with that.
It's a hidden blessing.
Okay.
I call it a hidden blessing because I always like strategize something. I knew when I was bringing out a CD or something, how would the people that don't know Black Dinero, that don't follow Black Dinero, how would they go get it? Because I don't have the luxury. Like if Rick Ross or somebody else drop an album, they get billboards, they get commercials, they get this and that. I didn't have the luxury of that. So I had to figure out a way to make them buy it. So every time I would do stuff like go around the city, I got something called Money is the Mission, a DVD out, and I put every damn near rapper you name on that joint.
Yeah.
And then I put my CD in it. So if people wanted to see Frank the Grippers or NH or Kaboom or Matt or whoever they wanted to see, they would see them on this DVD, but my CD was in there.
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, oh shit, this joint hot.
Yeah.
So long story short, I brought something out called It's More to the Story. It's also the name of my first short film. And I wrote a song on there, and it gave you like a Biggie feel, whereas though you can visualize the story in your head the way you want to picture it.
Okay.
And I did like a 28, 30 minute long acted out video type for it. The Grand wasn't really always popping like that yet. It was just a lot of Twitter. And I put that joint out and woke up and that shit was like boom. And it was the first thing I ever got 1 million views on. And everybody was like, yo, you see Black Dinero movie? You see Black Dinero movie? And I'm like, yeah, I got a movie. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, movie. Because I wasn't looking at it like a movie. And I wrote it. It's that and the third. I had got the situation. I had got a meeting with Netflix after that. And I was in there lying and shit. They was like, you can write movies in this, and I'm like, yeah, I write movies. Yeah. So I left. I told my man, I'm like, we in trouble. He like, why? I'm like, I don't write movies, nigga. He like, you do now. So then I wrote Brush, which was my second film.
Okay.
And I wrote that movie in a week because it was my life. It was me transitioning from getting out of the streets and going all the way legit. Because when you get out the streets, a lot of things come with that.
Right.
A lot of people, especially as deep as I was deep.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think like, you know what I mean, you hiding work, you lying, you turn bitch because you ain't out there no more. You got to prove all this shit or you got to walk away from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I wrote that movie, except I didn't want to chase rap in the movie because it'd have been like Get Rich or Die Trying. So I made myself an artist, like a painting artist in it. That was the best thing I ever did. I think God just gave me all this stuff to me, man. That was the best thing I ever did was be a painting artist because it was different.
Yeah.
It wasn't the cliche B-list movie.
Right. It opened up to a whole
right.
other audience.
It did.
Well.
I had so many painters hit me up and say, "Yo, thank you, bro. Nobody never did this before. Gave me this story." So that was dope.
Wow.
Then I called on my favorites. I called Cassidy and put Chris and Neef and Freeway in the movie. Had 2 sold out premieres for it at the Pearl Theater.
Nice.
I sold out a premiere in Long Island, and then I sold. So I made over $50,000 on DVDs on the street, easy. I made over 50 in like a month, and then after that, I put it on YouTube, and that joint got like 2 million views right now. So from there, it was just like, damn. Netflix ended up turning it down. You know what I'm saying? So then, you go through your discouraging phases, like, what the fuck y'all asked me to do this shit for? But I made so much money off of it, I didn't even care.
This was the same movie they wanted, but then they turned it down after
They didn't want the movie. They told me to come back with something.
Got it. They tripped.
And I came out with Brush. Then I wrote Backfire. Backfire was my first nonfiction movie, so being as though Brush was like 90% true, Backfire was all the way false. So it took me like 8 months to write that one. Because I had to really make these characters and do some more fiction, nonfiction, you know what I'm saying, some shit that wasn't real.
Right.
It was called originally The Wrong Guy. We ended up switching the names. The sales agency had switched the name and all that. We turned it to Backfire, took it to Netflix. They turned it the fuck down. You know what I mean? You like, yo, at this point, I'm just like, I'm looking at this movie and I'm just like, wow.
Right.
And then I just took it to the street after that. I sold out premieres again at the Ritz East, IMAX Theater in Delaware, all over the place. Didn't put it on the internet yet. And my partner, Dave Patton, the guy who shot the movie, he was working it from the inside. I think Netflix turned it down twice, and then we put it on demand, Fandango, Fios, all that stuff like that.
Okay.
It did something on there for a minute. And then right when I called Dave, I was like, man, listen, man, I ain't trying to let this joint sit, 'cause it's been 2 years we was pushing it. People just don't know that. It ain't been on Netflix for a year, but we was pushing it that long, 2 years. And I'm like, man, listen, if they don't want to do that shit, man, we dropping this shit on YouTube. I need my people to see this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it, I'll do another one.
Yeah.
And then right before that, he was like, just give it one more month. And I'm like, dog, if this shit nobody don't do nothing in a month, putting it on YouTube. And we gonna go from there. And they called.
What do you think changed their mind? How they opened up their eyes eventually? Because they was asleep.
I don't know if they was hearing about it. I don't know if somebody thought about that shit. I don't know. I just know it was a blessing. I just know the check was lovely. The recognition was good. Like, I was like, that was the whole thing. It was just like, I ain't care.
No doubt.
I ain't even care. And then right after that, right after Netflix had it, 5 months later, another company want to buy it off of them. And then they came through and they got to ask me, man, Dave, they want to sell it or not. And I look at the numbers. I'm like, you fucking right.
No doubt.
And we sold it. So I don't even, own the movie for another 7 years, but I don't care. I'm working on my 4th one now.
Got it. So business-wise, they
business-wise is theirs
bought it,
now.
Right, they bought it from
for 7 years.
For
But
some,
7 years, I'll be I'll be rich, super rich by then. Off a billion movies.
No doubt.
You can have it. Keep it.
No doubt. So we do this for the culture, right? So how do you move in a room full of vultures in this new, industry that you're in with movies? It says who that'll get you there is what you know to keep you there. How do you stay there and how do you move?
I got a real hustle mentality. So in any room full of any vultures under any circumstances, I'm gonna be okay. Whether it's competition with rap, making movies, making music, in jail, in the street, with the fam. However, I'm gonna make it.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make a way. But for the most part, surviving in the joint and keeping it there is just staying consistent, mind your business, try to remain humble, know what to do and what not to do. I was just telling somebody that the reason, huge reason why I didn't probably make it in rap like that, because I was focused on the streets too. You can't do both. I would give that advice to Core and them. Like any hot rapper that was coming up that was young, I see Core. Come here, Core. Let me tell you something, because he was really one of them dudes too. And I'm like, listen, come here, man. you ain't gonna be able to do both. And I'm telling you from experience. You feel what I'm saying? So I wasn't listening until I listened. That's when everything started working out a little bit better. Like if you leave it all alone, if you decide to do that, then cool. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, do what you gotta do. But me personally, I just mind my business, leave things alone. Don't let the smallest things get me in my bag, because I know what I'm capable of and what I'm capable of doing, and I don't want that. It's better to just live and get this money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm surviving it because God, I thank God every day. I don't pray as much as I should, but I always just stop and thank him or say, I just did that in here without y'all knowing. You know what I mean? But I actually did it for her, like somebody who brought me down here and stuff like that. And I was just like, damn, thank you. That's a blessing. She sent her to me to do this. So,
and we're grateful to have you here, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You body the freestyle, man.
You
know what I mean? So let me ask your opinion. This is another music industry question. In your opinion or experience, does the other side, and when I say the other side, I mean the movie industry, whatever you want to call that, do they got us fucked up, or do they respect our craft and our pen, or are they more so like, okay, these, somebody from the street, so we need to tell that story, let's throw them some money, and you know what I'm saying? Like, in your opinion and experience,
honestly, they got us fucked up.
Word up.
They never. Listen, you gotta understand. The culture, they just looking for what we make them rich. Everybody say it. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? So they don't care unless they gonna make some money off of it. Right. So yeah, they got us fucked up. They know that, they need it, but if they don't want it, they're not gonna get it. But they know, like, stuff like this. I might go back to Netflix again off of this new movie, and they might turn it down again, or they might not take it, knowing that I had a movie on there, that I have a movie on there that I wrote myself, every word, that I cast, that I starred in, that I put my own music in, that trended on there for 8 weeks straight. That was the most watched movie on Netflix for 24 hours straight, with no B-list actors, just somebody coming straight off the street and just getting it there. They'll still probably turn my next project down if it's not suitable to what they want, probably.
Right.
So my mind frame is, I just don't let nothing stop me. Whatever happens, if they don't take it or Showtime don't take it, and I'm pitching it to everybody, HBO, Showtime, Lifetime, if they don't take it, then I'm going to take it back to the streets. I'm going to just keep doing it again. But yeah, they do. You know how I go, man.
I know, man.
They got us fucked up. They think they need us, but they act like they don't. You know what I mean? It's harder for us to get that.
It feels like an economy of who needs it more. You know what I mean? So it's like, if they need it more and we don't need it as much, we can hold out, and then they might come correct the next time. But I think a lot of times
we need it more.
We need it more, and
that's
they
what
take advantage of that.
Yeah,
you know
they definitely take advantage of it. The money I got for this was good, but I could have been better.
Right.
But I needed it.
Right.
Because I spent a lot of money on it, and then it's like I don't hustle no more. I work a real job, and the only money I come from is talent. All my money come from talent.
Right.
From my YouTube checks, my iTunes checks, my Spotify checks, my show money, my feature money. And if that's slow, you always got to stay moving to stay hot, to stay relevant, for somebody to call you for a feeture.
Right.
Or somebody to call you to host a show and stuff like that.
Right.
And on top of that, I got a family and a job. So you got to do so much, you know what I mean, to keep it going.
Right. And I wish more of our folks would hold out, and even if we do need it,
it's hard though.
Right. No, I can imagine.
Hard.
I can imagine.
That's why I don't tell people not to do what they want. I don't tell people. I ain't trying to be no activist and tell people don't hustle. You shouldn't sell drugs. You shouldn't do this, because some motherfuckers are so hungry and doing what they doing. They doing what they doing.
Right.
They got to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But with me, it was like I said before, I would have held out. If I was still hustling when these deals was trying to transpire,
right,
I would have been like, I just made that last week.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Right. I wouldn't have took it. But when you talking about now, the things that I used to rap about, like that I used to brag about, never did it, never had an income tax check, and then I got my first income tax check. I'm like, damn, I was missing out on all this free motherfucking money. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not free, I work for it, but I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? I can claim 2 kids, damn, they get a dime. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it was like, if I was that Black Dinero, I would have waited. But when I need it, because them bills still rolling, them bills ain't waiting for no fucking show or no walkthrough.
Word up.
You feel what I'm saying? Them kids, I got 7 daughters. They ain't trying to hear none of that shit.
No doubt.
I always got it to them. That's what they think. So I always got to have it for them.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? So I just bought my daughter a car. That was the greatest feeling I've
With your
ever
talent.
had.
With your
Talent, no drug money. I bought her a car.
Let's go.
She turned 19. I bought her a car, and she was happy as shit.
Let's go. That's what's up. Respect, man.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
what's next for Black Dinero right now?
I got a documentary coming out called Philly's Most Underrated. That should be out late February, early March.
All right.
The new movie. I don't know. I'm not going to disclose the name because I don't know if I'm going to keep the title as of now.
Okay.
But I'm 36 pages into that. I want to have about 150 to 175 pages. I'm down here to meet somebody now that works for Tyler Perry, and we're going to discuss some business and see how it goes. See if we're going to we talked over the phone, come down, see what's up.
No doubt. Well, you know I'm the most racially ambiguous rapper out here in Atlanta, so whatever race you need in your movie, just holler at me.
Right.
I can make it happen. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I'm thinking we gonna see. I'm thinking about filming it down here. That's what we're gonna discuss. I did all the other 3 in Philly, so I might do this one down here, change up the scenery, the locations, and change up the people. As long as they talented and they fit the description of the character that I write for them.
Sick.
It'll be dope.
That's what's up,
That's
man.
what's up. That's what's next.
No doubt, man. Much respect to you, man. From the humble beginnings of Philly to the grind of Southern Hollywood out here, man. You're getting it in, man. The hustle don't stop. We respect it. We recognize that, man.
Definitely. Appreciate it, though.
Now you got it, brother. One more time, shout out the Instagram where they can find the movies and everything that they need to get caught up on everything that you've been doing out here.
All right. The Instagram is at Black Dinero _215. That's BLACKDENIRO _215. Everything is Black Dinero. My YouTube channel is Black Dinero. You can subscribe to that. That'll send you an email, keep you caught up on everything that I'm doing. Follow me on the gram. I can't get into Snapchat. I got one, but I'm never on the joint ever. I don't know why. I just can't. I don't like it. I can't do it. I'm not gonna get into it. It's not gonna happen. The movie Backfire is on Netflix. I brought them a gift. This was when the DVDs was still out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
This was before Netflix. I had them made like damn near 30 off of this before it even hit Netflix. We got No Help Needed, my last project on Spotify. It's a free download app. So I'm on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Netflix. Make sure you go to Netflix and watch Backfire, written by me, starring me.
Yeah, no doubt.
Shout out to my whole cast, though. Everybody did a beautiful job.
For sure. One last question, actually. If you can give yourself, your younger self, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, some advice, what would you tell yourself?
Never get involved with the streets, ever. I would have never got involved with the streets. That's what I'm talking about on my documentary. That's the gist of my documentary. If I, how people's like, I don't have no regrets. I ain't got no regrets. Everything I did was supposed to happen. Everything I did was supposed to happen, but I have one regret: the streets. If I could have stayed out the streets, I would probably have been way much further. I'm blessed that I'm still making money. I'm still calm, comfortable. I can take a vacation when I want. I can make sure my daughters are straight. I can do what I want. That's cool and all, but I got bullet holes and upstate time and lost homies and late starts on jobs and all type of bullshit that I could have been focusing even on my talent, or I could have just been, I'm so smart, I could have been anything. I could have been just straight working and still been successful because that's my mentality.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So I would have never fucked with the streets, ever.
No doubt. So as somebody who's faced with that decision to, the streets or ... what would you...
I already know. I tell my brother that every day because I got a little brother that's in the street. The one that actually side by side with me in the movie. My brother Squally. He's still a loose cannon. He calmed down a little bit, but he asked me, how'd you get out? Because selling drugs and stuff like that is an addiction. That's another thing. Let's get that straight. Especially when you getting money like that. You know what I'm saying? My story is real, and y'all, it's all gonna be solidified when they see this documentary because I got people telling it, that know. You know what I'm saying? I ducked an indictment. I was in the books. They was coming. They tried to hit me with the RICO law and all that stuff. Just was like my last case. My lawyer was like, man, the feds kept coming to grab me and talking to me all the time. That shit just be scary. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So I would tell them, find something that you love more than that addiction. That's with anything. Find something that you love more than the game. For me, personally, was my daughters. They my best friends. Everybody know how I rock with my kids. I'm a full-time active father. I teach them everything. I do everything with them. And that's what I love more than the game. I ain't want to raise them from from no jail cell. You feel what I'm saying? My oldest daughter 20, my youngest is 7. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't have no grandkids. I don't have no twerkers. I don't have no pill poppers. I don't have no pole dancers. I got all successful daughters, and that's my blessing. That's my biggest blessing. So I love them more than I love the streets. So I would tell somebody, find whatever it is that you love more than that situation, to leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? If you can't, then pray.
Let that be your guiding light.
You feel what I'm saying? That's about it. Ain't nothing you can do besides that. Because like I said, it's rough for a lot of people. Everybody don't be blessed to click or make that transition. Because statistically, I don't supposed to be here.
Word up.
You know what I'm saying?
God bless, man. We're happy that you're here. You made it
Right.
to Atlanta for this interview. It was a great interview, and thanks for the bars too. You was snapping,
right.
bro. No doubt. Everybody, Black Dinero. Make sure y'all follow him. Check out the movie Backfire
On Netflix. Yes,
on
sir.
Netflix. Go get that. Till next time, I'll see you soon. It's your cool, your Mike Sick, High Off Life TV, Savage Fam. The underground goes through us.